Hello. Yes. Yes. I had a question, and kind of in the same lines of the previous speaker. I mean, in countries in the third world, you know, the government worries about poverty, extreme poverty. People don't have access to water, clean water, don't have access to electricity. There's corruption. There's so there are priorities for governments. So I wonder how do we make renewable resources or renewable energy a priority? I'm talking about, for instance, Peru. I mean, it's a mining country. We export copper minerals because that's what we are supposed to do. We were a third world country. We were never taught how to do anything else. We export oil, and now we just discovered natural gas. So now we're going to export natural gas, and I think Bolivia too. So, and this is going to create jobs for us. This is going to create jobs. It's going to help people. This is going to, you know, we have extreme poverty as the first foremost. I mean, you have to go there to see how people live. So I'm wondering how can we, what strategies, or how do we approach the governments in third world countries? And governments are totally different. I mean, in Africa and South America and Asia, they have different issues. How do we put that issue on the table and give it the same priority as other issues that these countries are facing?
An excellent question, and perhaps a good note on which we could conclude. How to put the renewables on the table. And perhaps this is where you might fault the UN for a failure of leadership. We need a very sustained leadership commitment on the part of this kind of organization to say the renewable option is there. We talk to government. We can help influence and shape public policy. Should this be the time for the renewables? And perhaps this is where leadership by this organization might make a contribution. I don't know, but Veerle, you have any thoughts on that?
Well, very briefly, because indeed, understand the frustration, you know, and I think we all who work in this field share your frustration. You know, I think sometimes I think if you keep on working for development, you know, you get really frustrated. But I think what you're saying about, you know, the solutions to create jobs, vocational training, we all agree with this one. You know, and if this meeting could come up, and I think we know why it is not happening. It's not because we only talk. You know, I think there is a lot happening, but it's not happening at the scale which is necessary to make an impact. And maybe you say, yeah, we have spent $2 trillion. Well, I lived 18 years in Africa, really in the bush amongst, you know, the people with nothing. Things have changed. I don't agree with the statement that things haven't changed in the last 20 years. But they must change much quicker, much faster, and have a much bigger impact because indeed we are running behind time. But let me say, as from a UN perspective, we certainly share your frustrations. We would like, and we will continue shouting and having meetings and convening people, you know, to hopefully make the change. And like I said, maybe in Copenhagen, maybe with climate change, maybe because it's going to bite climate change, people are going to wake up. It will not be money first, but it will be human well-being first. Once we have changed this paradigm, I think indeed we will come to where you want us to go. Sorry, it takes time.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'd like to ask you to join me in thanking our presenters this morning, Harriet Schmidt and Veerle Vandeweerd. And let's not be too hard on ourselves. We're tackling a very, very complex challenge in a very complicated world. But change is possible. We all marvel at what China has been doing in the last 30, 40 years. Other countries are doing. Change is indeed possible. The question is, can we keep the energy in focus? Can we sustain the attention? And can we provide some kind of leadership? I think we should demand more leadership from the United Nations. Thank you very much.